Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So last Saturday, Portugal selected their song for Eurovision 2022. So in Portugal, they have this.
Festival da Canção 2022.
I was going to learn that this morning, but my tongue can't do it.
Festival da Canção 2022.
Festival de... yeah. Now, there is a significant chunk of Eurovision fans that love this festival because I guess based on what I did last night, I actually caught up with this festival for the first time ever. I listened to all of I'll explain in a second, 19 of the 20 songs because it is generally felt by a lot of Eurovision fans that what this festival brings and what this festival gives is authenticity, genuineness, no frills, almost like the opposite of Melody Festivalen. Now, over the years, it is one of the national finals that I haven't paid a lot of attention to, not because of my rejection of authenticity or anything like that. I think with just so many national finals, it is just so hard to keep up to date with all of them. And I think generally as Eurovision fans, we kind of have favourites that we've had over the years and we just keep following those. So yeah, obviously it's been a week since I've done this reaction video. And I'll be brutally honest on that factor. Last year, obviously, when my channel was tiny, I, on first listen, when I did my initial reaction to Black Mamba, I didn't hate it, but I also didn't kind of wax lyricals about it either. And a minority of people from Portugal obviously took a dislike to that and let me know. So as a result of that, and as a result of a few things that have happened this year, I was like, oh, I'm not ready to watch Portugal's just in case. Now, I saw that Jordan, one of the YouTubers that, he's a great YouTuber who covers Eurovision content. I saw on my kind of feed that he did his for Portugal. And I said to him, I was like, oh, don't tell me if it's good or not, because I don't ruin the surprise. I don't want to ruin the surprise. But I was like, yeah, how's it going down? And he was like, Shane, like at the end of the day, he's a huge fan of
Festival da Canção 2022.
And as a result of that, I guess it didn't matter what one, he would have loved it. But he did say, Shane, heads up, do some research into the winning song before you start blabbing your mouth. He gave me some advice. So I have done some research on the song before I listened to the song. Now, I'm just going to go back slightly. So last night, like I said, I think I've done Portugal a disservice in the past by actually not engaging actively in their song contest. And as a result of that, I think I'm probably missing out on some fantastic tunes. So what I did last night, I didn't actually listen to the winner for obvious reasons, because I want to kind of watch it and give a genuine reaction. And I thought, if it's not as good, then at least I've showed that I've really, really tried to kind of engage with this contest and almost I just want to be fully prepared for any comments. So last night, I was here, I had a chilled evening, because I had to wake up early this morning. And I listened to the songs, and yeah, I genuinely get the kind of buzz and hype why a certain group of Eurovision fans really dig this contest. I mean, last night, I listened to all 19 songs twice, and there were 19, not 20, because I haven't listened to Maro. Okay, so the songs that really stuck out to me were, in no particular order, there were 6. I wrote them down. I'm going to try and pronounce these right. Amanya, I liked that song. FF, I liked that song. Right, here we go. Jonatas Jonas. Alia, Fado Bisha, and Zero. Yeah, Amanya, FF, Jonatas Jonas, Alia, Fado Bisha, and Zero. So out of like the 19 songs, there were other ones that were nice and pleasant, but those were the 6. I was like, oh, these on second listen were pretty decent. So I don't actually know where any of those songs came and if any of those songs even made the final because ultimately there were semi-finals. So let's check that out. Okay, so semi-final one. I've already seen one of mine is out. Amanya placed second. I really liked that song. So that came second. And FF came third. Aria came fifth. That's interesting. I thought that would be an obvious one. And obviously Mauro came first. But didn't come first in the televote. Interesting. Amanya did. Okay, and then so basically, Fardo Beach is out. Imagine they came sick. This is what happens. I like songs, and then yeah, they don't do well. Okay, and then semi-final 2. Okay, so Milhanis, yeah, I mean, I didn't mind it, but it wasn't one of my favourites, I will be honest. Who else is... Okay, so Zero, fourth, he's through. I thought he would do better. What held that one back? The jury. Interesting. Okay. And the other ones I don't really recall. Okay, so where is Jean... Hold a minute, did he get knocked out? Yeah, sixth again, so he's out. So FF is through. Okay, so basically out of those 6 that I liked, 2 have been knocked out and 4 are through. So let's see how the final went. So, okay, so this time Mauro has the televote and has the jury. I want to talk a bit about that in a second, about songs that have meaning and that meaning kind of grows. We did see that in Serbia, whereby after the semi-final people started taking note of it. So I think there was significant momentum behind that song. I was seeing it on social media after the semi-final. There was a lot of momentum behind that song. So he came second. See, I was a bit worried. I thought that was a bit obscure, the Amanya. I like that one. Third, FF. Nice. Okay, I'm doing pretty well. I'm in line with Portuguese taste, which makes me feel that I'm probably going to like Mauro. So how else have people done? Third, and who's fourth? Diana Castro Ginger Ale. Yeah, I couldn't get on board with that one. Alia Y fifth. Wasn't that like one of the favourites going in amongst Eurovision fans? I think it was. And then sixth, I don't know that song. I can't remember that one. 7, I remember Milhanis because I know people were talking about it, but I was like, Enos 8th, and then Zero Night. I swear, when I was getting kind of on my news feed, other YouTube reactors, when the songs hit, I think some reactors kind of pick up on favourites and do reactions for whatever reason. And I remember Zero and Aria being 2 of the ones that they were reacting to. So they were obviously fan favourites. Didn't do evidently as well as people thought they would. And then Pepperoni Passion, I do vaguely remember that song. Okay, so I mean, okay. Well, I'm happy that Amanya and FF did well, and Aria to a point, but Zero surprises me, and I thought Aria would do better. Now, before I check out the winning song, last night I was listening to the songs on a
Festival da Canção 2022
playlist, and and obviously, like I said, I skipped the winner, Mauro, with I did translate this earlier, Saudade. I've said that wrong. I know I have. And I didn't listen to it. I put it on mute, but I was just interested in the comments because I generally feel that this song came out of nowhere. And there were some really interesting comments underneath the video. Aaron Levy, I've been following this song for a week. This is what I imagine happening in May in Turin. And a sea of extravagance, fake divas, erotic dancers, generic ballads, vintage rhythms, quirky experimental... He's basically summed up the whole contest. Yeah, we've got examples of all of the fake divas, though. That's not fair. But yeah, quirky experimentalism. Tick. Suddenly there is a breeze of freshness, pure feelings, and Marlo's hypnotic voice. Well done, Portugal. Okay, Annie Carl. The same background chords for 3 minutes. Magnetic Magnetic mantra music. Good alliteration there, MMM. Super catchy chorus and voice, never seen in Eurovision, so beautiful. Saudade has a nostalgic and solar mood, like the Portuguese character. Love it. So yeah, we're definitely getting a vibe from all of these comments. It's authentic, it's kind of representing a kind of Portuguese sound and soul, I guess. Chris. Yeah, so Chris kind of resembles this pocket of Eurovision fans that just love this festival. Songs like this are the reason why FDC, thank you, Chris, that's what I'm going to call it now, is my favourite national final, Goosebumps. All of these comments, like I said, is building up to hopefully something magical when I watch this song. Sorry, itchy nose. If I had to cross France, this one made me laugh. I was like, oh, they love this song. If I had to cross France entirely on foot to make this masterpiece win FDC, I'd do it. Please, Portugal, let me be the happiest man on the planet for just one night. Super cute. Oh, and I know one are Krumel because they comment on my videos. The production, and this is what I like when people kind of give good analytical comments. The production and mix of this is just outstanding. It feels so three-dimensional, like a space that is engulfing me when I listen with headphones, and the way the beat kicks in and charges the landscape. The rhythms of the different instruments that spread around me between left and right, super well balanced at the same time. It all really just feels super spatial. It makes me feel like I've been wrapped up in sound. I don't say things like that. That sounds well impressive. Okay, so as I said to you, Jordan said to me, just a heads up, Shade, before you start blabbing your mouth, check the meaning of the song. So I did that, and I'm so glad I did. Maro decided to be the performer due to the song's personal nature. It is about and for my grandfather, who unfortunately is no longer with us, but who continues to be an essential part of me and who is and always will be greatly missed. That is why I thought it would not make sense not to sing such a personal song. Okay, well, I'm glad I read that. Okay, so I did translate this, and it did come up as, on Google Translate, as miss. So that would make sense, but then I've seen somewhere else that it doesn't actually translate into English. Yeah, there we go. The song's lyrical theme, saudade, a Portuguese word with no direct English translation. But dictionary.com defines saudade as a deep emotional state of melancholic longing for a person or a thing that is absent. Ooh, that's heavy. Right, okay, so here we go. Let's check this out.
I've tried to write a million other songs, but somehow I can't move on. Oh, you're gone.
Okay, well, her voice is haunting, and knowing the message of the song does mean, yeah, not that it's hard to listen to. Yeah, so, I mean, there we go, the first couple. I've tried to turn on the subtitles. Yeah, so she's tried to write songs, but she's struggling to move on. So obviously she's mourning her grandfather, right? Her voice is haunting.
Somehow I can't move on. Oh, you're gone. Saudade, saudade. Nothing more that I can say says it in a better way.
I mean, yeah, saudade, obviously I've given you the definition. There's nothing else I can say in a better way. I like, whether it's an upbeat song or whether it's a slow song, I like clapping in the production. I can obviously hear that there's clapping in the production. I like that. Saudade, Shane, you're saying it wrong. I think I've said this last year, like, I think you're at a massive advantage if you are a songwriter, particularly a songwriter performer, i.e., people that go to Eurovision with their own songs, whether they've been part of it or whether they've solely written it. Because this is obviously a key advantage of this song, right? So Maro is obviously the song or a songwriter of this song. So she's evidently being able to deliver the emotions, and you can see it's not forced emotion. It is a genuine emotion. So I do feel you are at an advantage if you send a song that you've written, because the way that you perform it and the emotions, whether it's an upbeat or not, like you can see in the performance that someone is emotionally connected to that song. Like I said, the clapping is so infectious, and actually it's a really clever addition to the instrumental. That backing singer on the one in purple is totally in tune with this song. When we watch these national finals, it's always really important to talk about or think about staging, how this is going to be or how this is going to go down in Turin. And I have no issue with this staging, because actually the backing singers are, in addition, carrying the emotion of this song. Like when they zoom into that lady in purple, like she totally is in tune with this song. I can say better way. I can say better way.
It's killing me inside. Thought you'd be by my side.
Yeah, I thought you'd be by my side always. Okay, so in all honesty, and this isn't kind of out of fear, which is probably why I've not done this sooner. I really enjoyed that song. I've been saying it wrong. It's Saudade. Again, I know my pronunciation is awful. I'm so sorry. Particularly with a song that evidently means something to people. There is a lot of hype around this song, and I think being in Serbia the days before that won, and being there when it won, you could just feel the momentum in that country, and you can see the reaction from that country now in regards to the comments and the amount of support for that song. I feel we've obviously had something similar with this one. Yes, obviously there were people that had tuned into this song prior, and I've read those comments, but I can totally envisage after that semi-final this kind of wave or this movement in Portugal, because the fact that it got 10 points in the televote in the semi-final, i.e. second, to then winning the televote in the final, would suggest that upward trend which we saw in Serbia, which is again another argument why semi-finals I think are really important, because Eurovision has semi-finals. So yes, I feel that argument needs to be made. At the end of the day, you know, I think my videos testify what I'm about to say. I love strings. I love percussion. I love clapping. I love songs with lyrics that mean something. And I like simplicity, as long as simplicity is done well. And for you to deliver simplicity, there has to be something about it. And I think I've just summed it up. Percussion, strings, clapping, emotive lyrics, emotive performance. Yeah, you can still be simple, but you need to have something to elevate that simplicity. And I think that does that, right? And it does sound authentic to Portugal. I think that needs to also be said. I do really like it. And I'm not just saying that out of fear. It is a good song. And I can see, I've seen on social media that Portugal are backing this to the hilt. And that's also one of the reasons why I was like, I'm going to wait until I've had some sleep. I'm going to wait until I am mentally, spiritually, physically ready to do this, to be able to prepare for any backlash if I say anything that remotely is negative. But I don't have anything negative to say. Yeah, thank God for that. I'm really relieved. I can put this on now and actually go and enjoy my Saturday rather than being on my phone having to bat off negative comments. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Please let me know what you think. Please do comment below. Please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please do click the notification button so you're informed if and when I post videos. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.
You want my spirit and